Fucking rat.
Previously on.
That's it, Jason. You got it.
This is it. 1 minute to go. Last minute.
Yes, let's go! There you go, Ebony.
Tighten up those dishes, guys. Make sure everything's perfect.
Beautiful sauce, Dino. Baby doll.
30 seconds remaining. Here we go, Jason.
Oh, what is that?
Finishing touches, let's go.
Bring it on. Finish it strong. Yeah.
It's gonna be soggy. Fuck all of that.
4, 3, 2, 1, stop.
That one I'm happy about.
She looks like a fuck out of fucking Shrek.
Time for the moment of truth. Time to taste
Hey, thanks, Vera. Thanks for 26 months.
your
sir.
entrees. All three of you, follow us.
Gorgeous, kid. Well done, all three of you.
Now, it's time to taste the entrees. I think we should begin with Jason.
Chef Aron.
Please step forward.
No.
I'm really hoping
They start with him because his soup bullshit, right? If they waited any more longer, this would be so soggy, it'd be like a wet diaper, dude.
that the entree
Fuck all
round
of
goes
this.
much better for me than the appetizer round. I've taken a big risk by really going out of the box and trying something original and unique
Look,
and
it's
creative.
bathing in the fucking
and hoping
swamp.
that my gamble
Fuck
pays
off.
off in the entree.
Jason, please describe the dish.
I've created for you a tofu skin wrapped black cod with bay scallops, maitake mushrooms, and a cucumber pea tendril sauce.
This is like I come back to Masterchef, but I'm landing on another planet like Mars because I don't even know how to categorize this.
Maybe I'm channeling Dino a little bit.
Maybe you're challenging.
We'll see.
Jason, I'm intrigued by this entree. I think my biggest question for you is, what purpose does your broth sauce serve in the dish?
So traditionally at a Chinese meal, you might have lots of different entrees, and I love to have pea stems. But instead of giving you like a mess of tangled stems, I decided to concentrate that flavor of that pea shoot in with the cucumber and present it in a slightly different format, just to play with the textures there.
Jason, the tofu skin wrapped black cod. Have you seen this in a restaurant menu anywhere in the world?
No, I have not.
So you chose this form to be experimental.
Yes, Chef.
Well, I gotta say, this dish
It's dynamite.
is delicious. Talk about a Cadillac fish. It's cooked just the way it should be. The maitake mushrooms are meaty. They're well caramelized. I think the choices of scallops counteracting a very dense, rich cod, the idea of something delicate and soft and bringing a piece of Massachusetts to the plate makes a lot of sense, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Really? Okay.
Jason, I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
The tofu wrapper totally works. It gives it texture and chewiness. It almost feels like I'm eating like a pasta dish, you know? It's kind of like has a noodle sensibility to it when eaten with the cod. And I think this is a fantastic dish.
So with Gordo,
Very, very impressive.
Thank you.
I don't think he likes
Jason,
it.
you took a really big risk tonight with your entree. And I am so glad you did, because I love it. I think it 100% paid off. I think that the tofu skin is different, and I like that. I do think that it retains the moisture of the black cod in a really beautiful, delicate way. It is absolutely a Jason dish, and it's incredibly successful.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Jason, I said months ago that you have the technical skill of a professional chef. But tonight you really confused me.
Yeah.
You wrap an amazing piece of cod in tofu skin. You get it
Yeah.
crispy. You season it perfectly. And then you sit it in a bath of green water. Wrapping it once, I think, was a smart thing to do. Rolling it 2.5, 3 times is so dangerous, because once you've got that crispy skin on the outside, underneath it just steams. I've got this beautiful color, beautifully done. Color, color, color. Then underneath that layer, I've got this sort of synthetic texture. And then underneath the third layer is even more gooey. You know, the actual fish is cooked beautifully. Yeah, that's the hero, right? It's what you've served it in that disappoints me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's be honest though. It is the finale. There's no hero. It has to. Everything needs to be a hero.
Next up, Dino.
It's not a mystery box
Please,
or whatever.
step forward.
Fruity, colorful, meaty, Italian. This is definitely me 1,000,000% on a plate. The one thing I'm worried about is the cook of the lamb. There's a lot on the line. It's got to be juicy. It's got to be pink. A perfect mid-rare. If that lamb is not cooked to perfection, that could be curtains for me.
Dude, he cooked it,
Dino,
deep fried it, and
please
then
describe
he
your entree.
seared it on the fucking pan.
We have a rack of lamb on a lamb belly and suncho caponata with a fig and cipollini balsamic glaze.
All right, Dino, so let's get real here. I'm gonna cut right through the middle of this.
Oh no.
And if it's not an even pink, you take one giant step backwards.
I fucking knew it. I called it. This editor. Shit, man.
All right, Dino, let's get real here. I'm gonna cut right through the middle of this. And if it's not an even pink, you take one giant step backwards.
Thank you. It's perfect, but it's beautiful.
Dino,
It's a
the
masterpiece.
lamb
It's
on my
dynamite.
plate is a perfect medium rare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Textbook.
Dino, getting the first one right could be a fluke. Nailing 4 could be genius.
It's an even more perfect medium rare than his.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is.
See what I've got. A perfect medium rare.
And Gordo's is fucking bleeding and still mewing.
Absolutely spot on. Thank you, chef. Wow.
Yeah, mewing, isn't that when it goes meh?
Dino,
Yes, chef.
I dig it. Excellent cook on the lamb. You caramelize the outside. Well, not perfect. I, unfortunately, have a huge, big cap of fat right here, which is a little disappointing.
Oh, who
The
cares?
flavor and the balance that you were able to achieve by cooking it evenly in 2 pans and also in the oven really rendered something that's very deep in flavor.
Thank you, chef.
So, from the dishes I've tasted from you so far, you have an amazing ability to bridge old world Italian flavors with new style restaurant presentation and technique. The braised lamb caponata is brilliant as the cook on the lamb. Are there errors in this plate? Yeah. As I knew it was going to be too sweet, it needs more acidity. You should have crusted the lamb. All things that a chef like you that works for me, we fix in 2 minutes. Because you have the most fundamental thing of all, which is an inherent talent to cook.
Thank you, Mr. Joe.
Easy.
I'm impressed by the cook on this. I like the play of sunchokes. You have this really intensely flavored caponata below that is really delicious, but a little bit more salt would help the lamb rack on top be the star and cut through a bit more. Sort of some seasoning. There's just the right amount of edge to it. There's just the right amount of Tino in it. Nice job.
Thank you, chef.
Okay.
Dino, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is you've nailed the lamb. Let's get that right. The bad news is you've used the wrong garnish for the Rolls Royce of lamb. It needs to be soft, creamy textures, acidity. A sunchoke puree, beautifully done. I go into the figs. It's like fig jam. It's sticky, it's overjuiced.
it's bitter.
Look, my glass is gone because I'm washing my palate down and, you know, you cook the lamb beautifully, but the garnish and what you've dressed it up with, it's the wrong coat, young man. Thank you, chef.
Ebony, please, step forward.
It's
I'm
fine.
very proud of my
Chill.
entree. It's a
Only one
rustic
judge.
style down-home dish. I put my heart on the plate, and I know that all my flavors are there, and they taste good cohesively. This is my bounce back from the appetizer. For every setback, there's a greater comeback, and your girl brought it today.
Can you please describe the dish?
Sure. What's
I
that?
made a spiced honey glazed duck breast with sweet potato mash, sauteed collard greens, crispy heirloom carrots with some crispy duck skin.
It smells lemony and zesty and spicy and everything a duck should. But let's make one thing clear, Ebony. Every chef tonight would run a mile from having to cook duck in a finale because it's the most difficult protein to pull off.
I'm curious how long you seared your duck breast for.
I did it about 90% skin side down. I saw it start to crisp and then I flipped it and put it in the oven. So I would say about between 6 and 8 minutes.
It looks kind of perfect then. Oh, wait, it's that's raw.
What do you think, Ebony?
That's
I
raw.
think it's rare.
You're right.
No, that is raw. Oh, brother, it's got feathers on.
My duck here,
It's
beautiful.
it's clucking,
Pink,
mother.
glistening, perfect, medium rare. But for me, it's the fragrance from this that I love. It's got the spice, it's got the sweetness with the honey, puree amazing, and that little slither of crispy duck scratchings on top. I mean, this thing here,
Okay.
amazing.
Ebony, my duck is undercooked,
Yeah.
but I have to
But-
say, the bitterness, the acidity, the brightness of that carrot top vinaigrette, it's exactly the flavor that you want. That sweet potato.
I love her, chat, but this is not a good take. Guys. The whole point, and the difficulty of a duck, it's how hard it is to cook and nail. The fact that she's failing it, just say it. Say
Mash,
it.
I'm digging it.
You
big
failed
time.
the
It's
duck
rich, it
technique.
has a little bit of cinnamon
That thing
to
is fucking
Aside
quack.
from the cook on
It's
the
still
duck breast,
quacking.
everything else on this plate is incredibly delicious.
Thank you, chef.
I totally agree. And you know what?
Pin it.
Your greens are perfection. The carrot top is brilliant. And you are literally 90 seconds away from a 3-star dish. And I'm gonna finish it right here.
What?
Cracklins?
Amazing.
What the fuck?
Ebony, let me tell you, I live in the South and I eat collard greens all the time. And these are the best that I've ever
What
had.
the?
They're just
Guys, I'm disappointed. I'm just gonna pause one last time, chat. Guys, old Joe would bin this. Now he's finishing the cook for the fuck you.
something about this dish
Where's
that is
Joe?
so exotic. That spice, once it starts to mingle with that honey glaze, it is just unbelievable.
All right, Ebony. Got a little bit of sear. Perfect duck. You were one blighter away from a perfect dish. Just a lighter.
Thank you, chefs.
All right, Jason, Ebony, Dino, please head back into the kitchen and get ready to cook for the very last time.
Thank you, Chef.
Guys, I'm gonna say it, chat. Dino, now at 6 points.
Wow, what a night.
Ebony,
Guys,
4.
we're 2 courses in. They've all had highs
Jason,
and lows.
2.
But nobody has perfected every course yet.
90 seconds is all I needed.
But everything on your dish was delicious. I mean, that's how you cook.
Everybody's dessert got to be perfect. Everybody had a flaw, so
I
it is
know.
what it is.
It's down to the desserts.
All right.
Chat. If the best is 3 and second one is 2 and one is 1, I think that's where I'm at. According to their analysis.
Jason, Ebony and Dino, this is one very close race. And this final course is the most important 60 minutes of your entire culinary lives. And it starts now.
And no spoilers, but I think it's between Dino and Ebony. If Dino flops here and Ebony pops off, win.
It all comes down to this final wow factor. Can they use this dessert to get their hands on that incredible trophy?
Come on, Jason,
A
finish
fucking
strong.
dessert, man.
Today's dessert is a creation of my own making.
Oh,
It's
no.
a black sesame japonaise with yuzu chocolate mousse in a shiso berry coulis.
Oh, what?
If I can execute all the different technical components, I can produce a dessert that could be a showstopper that could nab me the title.
No, just stop.
Let's go. This is it.
I am making a chocolate Orbit cake with a chocolate rum glaze. macadamia nut crumble, and a passion fruit key lime coulis. I came into this competition winning my white apron with the dessert, and I'm going to win the Masterchef trophy with a dessert.
I'm going. I'm making a roasted pistachio tiramisu cake with orange mascarpone cream, a pistachio tuile, and espresso caviar. It's going to be something they've never seen a tiramisu look like. This is the finale, babies. So you got to make sure it's damn good.
Brother. Please.
Last cause, guys, across this entire competition. Let's go. Can they use this dessert to get their hands on that incredible trophy? Right, Dino.
Yes, chef.
Final hurdle. How you feeling?
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah?
This one is actually for my mother. My mother's favorite dessert is tiramisu. Anytime I went to a restaurant, that was the dessert she ordered.
But what's the Dino spin? Because the reality is we've all had tiramisu a million times over.
Flavor's the way I'm going to elevate this one. I will be doing a roasted pistachio tiramisu with an orange mascarpone cream and espresso caviar.
I just feel like you don't fuck with tiramisu that much, though.
It's a little tricky. You do it with gelatin, you drop it into cold vegetable oil, and it balls up.
Now you're worrying me, Dino. And, Mum, are you aware of espresso caviar?
Yes, it's delicious.
Dad, has he got nuts or what?
He's always got nuts.
He's always got nuts, yeah. Thank you.
What?
Right, Dino, just over 40 minutes to nail it. Good luck.
Thank you, chef.
Dude, the flavor elevator went out of business with this. Come on, man.
Beautiful, Jason.
All right, Ebony, this is it. So tell me about the dessert.
I'm going to do a chocolate orbit cake with a chocolate rum glaze, macadamia crumble, and a passion fruit tuile.
Wow. Okay. Now, it took you a little bit of time to get that together. Was that on purpose?
I want to make sure the batter wasn't overworked or
actually
underworked.
caviar,
Because if
got
the
it.
batter not right, when you pull them out, they will like souffle.
You got them in the oven already?
Yeah, they're in the oven.
You're certainly up against it now. Any time to pull through, it'll be with this dessert.
Stick with it. You got it.
Yes, chef.
Halfway on the last course, guys.
Come on, Abney, stay focused.
Right, Jason, what's the dish?
I will be presenting you a black sesame japonaise with
Oh,
a chocolate
what?
yuzu mousse.
And what's that there?
This is the berry coulis. I'm just chilling it, and I'm going to blitz it with the shiso leaves to keep that freshness.
We're so close to announcing America's next Masterchef.
Japanese means
Where's
Japanese
Jason?
in French.
Before I started the competition,
He's saying
I
it right.
kinda lost
It's
my
Japanese.
passion for cooking a little bit. So,
Really? It doesn't taste like that.
you know, stuff happens. Life kind of takes you in different directions, and just for me to be here in the Masterchef kitchen, I really appreciate being here and finding that.
Is he crying?
I really appreciate being here and finding that spark again, and to have you guys motivating me. I'm just so thrilled, so grateful.
We're glad you got the
Yo,
spark back.
shut up and
this
cook,
is anybody's
soy
game
boy.
right now, young man. You have got
What
just
the
22
fuck?
minutes
Yes, sir.
to nail it. Good luck.
Cook the fucking plate, motherfucker.
Now, Joe, wait to hear about Dino's tiramisu. Not only is he making his lady's fingers, but he's coming up with a finish of an espresso caviar.
A little bit more
Like that.
molecular than I thought Dino would dare to go tonight. Get it, Dino.
I hope he doesn't go too far out with this thing.
How's Ebony looking?
Ebony is making orbit cake with passion fruit. She has a little bit of tuile going on there.
But, guys, Ebony's cakes aren't coming out as quick as you think.
She has no margin for error. She might be plating those with 30 seconds left.
They're all trolling it. Oh, I see what he's doing.
Now with Jason, he's essentially making a very, very high-end sandwich cookie.
But the big jeopardy for Jason tonight is sandwiching those macaroons together with that mousse in the center that's going to ooze out the sides. We're coming down to the last and the most important 5 minutes of your culinary
What
lives.
is that?
Let's go!
Yeah, babe, it's all right.
Again, third time, same clip, same reaction.
For my
It's like my
entree,
own
I pulled
stream.
my duck about 90 seconds too early, and it was undercooked. So I let my cakes cook an extra 6.5 minutes, so now we're down to the wire.
Here goes Ebony.
I wouldn't touch those when they're so hot.
Yeah,
They're cooked,
baby,
guys.
no.
There's no more time to let it cook. There's no more batter to rebake. This cake has to be perfect.
Well, if Ebony touches those cakes too much, they could just collapse on her.
Let's see if this one comes out.
I think it is gonna come out.
This is my moment of truth.
Come on, Ebony.
Dude, I'm trying to watch the images, yo.
Oh, here goes Ebony's chocolate cakes.
Let's see if this one comes out.
I think it is gonna come out. There it goes. Those look good.
Now I have to get the cakes on a plate, but I can't rush it because then I'll mess them up.
2 minutes remaining, guys.
So I have to take my time.
Wait,
Need
Dino.
to start plating. Beautiful, Jason.
Oh, that's Dino's orange marsala.
That's awfully heavy, isn't it?
Oh, it looks good.
Chat, isn't
Ladies
that
and gentlemen,
a bowl for
90 seconds to go,
mascarpone? Where
guys.
the
Come on.
fuck is...
Go, Dino. Yeah, we are.
Ebony is not going to have enough time to get the
Or whatever it's called.
Come on, Ebony, let's go.
Barely have enough time to get the cake on.
Come on, Mom.
Come on, Ebony.
What's the other dessert in a bowl? What is it?
Get on the
What is-
plate.
oh, come
30 seconds to
on.
go.
Get your twirl. Move, Ebony, come on.
Is Ebony gonna get everything on that
Panna
plate?
cotta.
Come on, Mom, you got this. Come on.
Let's go. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4.
What is that? Oh my god.
She gets them all out.
Right. Let's get this final tasting done, and let's find out who is going to seal the deal and become America's next Masterchef.
What is that on-
Please
dude,
bring
what-
those incredible desserts inside the Masterchef restaurant. Let's go.
It's all kind of garbage.
Great job, guys.
What? Don't get mad at me. You know it's true.
And now, on to desserts. Please step forward. Dino.
This dessert is an homage to my mother.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. So many emotions are going through my mind right now. This is probably the
Oh
worst I've ever
no,
freaked
oh
out in
no.
the inside.
She knows.
You know, my mother's lived
he's
her whole
pulling
life
the
with me.
alt.
I think it's my time to finally take care
He's
of her.
cry serving it. He's cry serving it.
Is a roasted pistachio
That's
tiramisu
broken.
cake with an orange mascarpone cream, a orange glaze, espresso caviar, and a pistachio twirl.
So, pistachio and orange are kind of like the two left field flavors.
That way you sort of have a different flavor that you're not really used to with a tiramisu. I know tiramisu, there's never really texture, there's never really something else. I wanted to give you something
That looks pretty good.
I'm not sure quite what to say about this.
Oh,
It is
classic.
the most non-traditional tiramisu in texture, consistency, taste, conception. What you baked are not ladyfingers. They're more like gorilla paws. So if you put gorilla paws in a tiramisu, what do you call it?
Gorilla paws.
It almost kind of reminds me of a carrot cake.
I was going to say exactly the same. The biscuit's so thick, it's like a cake in the middle.
It's a carrot cake, like a really good one.
Dino, you know what it tastes like to me? It tastes like a tres leches cake, like a sponge cake that's been soaked with 3 milks. I just love the creaminess of the mascarpone. The floral nature of the
Mascarpone.
pistachio working with orange is what's making this so interesting. This is really off-kilter, very much like yourself, but it's just delicious.
Thank you, Chef.
Yeah,
Dino,
it is.
it's bloody delicious.
Yes,
but
it
it's not
is.
a tiramisu. There's insufficient espresso in there, and the sponge is way too nutty. And this thing here,
A tiramisu, a panna cotta, souffle, I don't give a fuck what it is. If it's good, it's good. Shut the fuck up, man.
it doesn't need a shard of glass on top. You're getting too clever there. But it's quirky. It's weirdly delicious. Tiramisu is not. Did it pick me up? Yes, it did.
Thank you, Chef.
Shit, man.
The pistachio pairs well with the orange, but I think your application of pistachio is really weighing down the dessert itself. I disagree with Gordon. I like the sugar tweel on top because it adds a little bit of sweetness where it's otherwise quite savory. I love the idea of the espresso caviar. I just don't love the execution of it. Thank you.
Thank you, chef.
Wow.
Okay.
It tastes like carrot. I can't believe you said that.
Take or take it. Earmuffs. Earmuffs.
All right, baby. Pick your head up.
Next up, please, Ebony.
My dessert has to be spot on. I mean, it usually takes 3 hours to make an orbit cake. I did it in 60 minutes. If this orbit cake is perfect, I think I'm skating right to my trophy.
Okay, baby.
Please describe your dessert.
I made a chocolate orbit cake with a chocolate rum glaze dusted with gold, homemade macadamian crumble with a passion fruit macadamian twill and a little passion fruit coulis.
So it's a flourless chocolate cake, but not a molten lava cake.
It's more of a moussey type texture, fudgy, like when you get in the inside.
So when I slice down into this chocolate cake, I'm looking for an even glossy glaze throughout. I should see a nice set center, consistent all the way through. That will tell me that you have a chocolate cake that could be worth $250,000. Let's see how you did.
Oh, it looks sumptuous and rich. Oh my God. Oh, she's old, dude. She's taking a note out of Vino's book. She's doing it. Wait a minute.
Ebony, when I slice down into this chocolate cake, I should see a nice set center, consistent all the way through.
Hold up.
See how you did. Oh my God, Ebony. Look at it. I mean, Ebony, it looks like chocolate mousse in the center. It's steamed perfectly. There are a few small holes, but overall, it's a pretty consistent batter.
My favorite book is the one with no words in it, the one with the images.
Yes, ma'am. Don't mind if I do.
It's rich, it's heavy.
Is it nasty?
It's
incredible. It's perfectly baked. That macadamia crumble, you should just make and jar and sell. Dark rum in the glaze gives it a depth.
Classic,
Ebony,
yeah.
I have never doubted you since day one.
She should have made it harder.
This cake is the perfect ending to an incredible journey.
I don't want to cry. Y'all. You're going to make me cry.
It's unstoppable. Nice
She could have
job.
made it much harder. She's just bad at it.
Ebony, I know you probably haven't fallen in love with my charm tonight.
I'm just scared of you.
It's perfect.
Scared of me?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know. I bet my match.
I would say that really, I'm no match for you because I could never make a chocolate cake as delicious as this.
Oh my God, thank you.
The glaze is fantastic. The contrast of the crumble is perfection. The passion fruit is the perfect little edge to it. A really world-class dessert. Good job.
The cake itself, delicious. Macadamia, I love that. But there's one element of this cake that I think is too excessive. You put cocoa powder and cheap corn syrup glaze on top.
Huh?
And that, for me, has taken away the subtle and beautiful nuances of that cake.
Ebony, young lady, you know, tough night, but your timing is spot on.
Is the what?
Because you've just given us a wow factor of a dessert. 3-star Michelin and pastry chefs strive to get that balance between the sweety, salty, crunchy textured. And then that airbrushing thing, you know, only you would do. Delicious.
Thank you, chefs. Thank you, Joe.
Nice job. And finally, Jason.
I feel that my dessert is the best execution of all my 3 dishes so far.
It's not gonna say him, though. He's already lost.
It has the flavor, it has the texture, it has the presentation. I'm so excited for the judges to finally taste something that I feel 100% proud of. My dessert for you this evening is a black sesame japonaise with a chocolate yuzu mousse and a blackberry blueberry shiso coulis.
You know, Jason, visually, you never cease to amaze me. It's a work of art.
Thank you.
Question.
Yes,
It
sir.
looks like cement.
How do I eat
rubble.
this thing? Do I pick it up with my hands and bite?
I mean, however you want to eat it, that's perfectly up to you.
It's just up.
All right, guys, watch and learn. Oreo technique.
Oh.
Dip on the side, some of the sauce. Boom.
Impressive, Joe.
That worked.
Impressive, Joe.
Jason, you know, I said it months ago. You're like this encyclopedia that just keeps on adding chapter after chapter, week after week. Chocolate mousse is fabulous. I mean, you've got a touch of magic there. The yuzu just lifts it up to something really exciting. It's zesty and vibrant. I would have made the sandwich a bit lighter.
Okay.
The garnish is exceptional. The crunch of that crude cacao nib, breathtaking. You've nailed it, young man.
I would prefer a
Jason,
frozen
gorgeous,
Oreos
it's
cream
elegant,
sandwich
full of
you buy from the
technique.
store.
But I agree with Gordon. I think what makes this dessert so special is actually the chocolate yuzu mousse. It, along with the shiso, the berries, the flowers that you have on the plate are stunning. But I think in this dessert, the focus is all about the chocolate and the yuzu. Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Whatever. What do I know?
Yeah, I'm taken back by how all those very assertive, strong flavors like shiso, yuzu are working in such a harmonious way. And this dessert is not overly sweet. People don't refer to desserts as being well-seasoned. This is a well-seasoned dessert.
Thank you very much.
It's tart, acidic, sweet, chewy, nutty, crunchy. We have a great nod to Asian cuisine along
Six
with the great sweet
consoles.
sensibility of just a delicious dessert. Good job.
Thank you.
Wow, Dino, Ebony, Jason, it's been an incredible journey. The next time we see you, we will be crowning one of you America's next Master Chef.
Wait, is it?
Right now, we need some valuable time. Please, head back into the kitchen with your heads held up high. Wow. I mean, come on, seriously. All three of them really brought their A game.
For sure.
We now have to pick one winner. So, Ebony's appetizer, pan-seared scallops with that charred romanesco, and then that delicious pea
That was
puree. I
mid.
mean, the dish looked stunning.
What I enjoyed the most was the refined nature of the pea puree. It was herbaceous, perfumed lovely with that Meyer lemon.
But she was 60 seconds away from nailing those scallops.
Now,
That's a lot,
for her
though.
entree, she gave us a spiced honey glazed duck breast, sweet potato mash,
Also
carrot
made it.
top vinaigrette, and those fried Thumbelina carrots on top.
The collard greens were delicious.
Yeah.
Carrot top vinaigrette, beautiful. The fragrance of the duck was amazing. The problem was the cook on the duck.
Yes, the duck breast was undercooked, but man, what a dish of food. And quite frankly, when I tasted that duck cooked properly, it might have been the best dish of the night.
I thought Ebony's chocolate cake is the one that sealed the deal.
Dynamite.
This thing was airbrushed at the end with a bit of gold dust. It was rich, delicious, and that incredible macadamia crust was spectacular. You know, all credit to her for a military wife cooking at home for the kids. She came in with nowhere near that finesse. The journey for this girl has been exceptional.
I stuck to what's true to me, what I traditionally do in my household with my family and my kids. And I took all the things that I learned here during my MasterChef journey, and I just married them together. And that's what makes my menu MasterChef trophy worthy.
The appetizer of the year was Dino's.
Absolutely. It's not
F.
easy to make squid ink pasta, to
No
cook
way,
it
it didn't F.
properly, to make a beautiful clam, squid, ragu. He nailed every single element of it.
It had opinion, it was bold, it wasn't afraid, it was 100% spot on.
And you follow that up with that rack of lamb that was paired with sunchoke's lamb belly and that balsamic vinegar running throughout that dish.
The actual hero, he nailed beautifully. However, the fig jam was way too sweet.
No.
And the caponata wasn't a caponata.
Putting
Joe,
the
tell
braised
him.
lamb belly in makes it very untraditional, but I think in this case it really works.
Yeah, and he's
That's always
Italian. He
delicious.
knows better.
I gotta say, I
Joe, tell me
loved
he's a
Dino's
cuck
appetizer
lord.
and entree, but I really didn't love the execution of his dessert.
It wasn't a classic tiramisu, but making your own lady's fingers, that amazing soak, and then the orange liqueur, beautifully done. It was Dino in a goldfish bowl.
Can I say something about Dino? The caponata might not have been a caponata. The tiramisu might not have been a tiramisu. But I saw a glimpse of almost genius, I think, today. He cooks like my mother.
Really?
Yes, he cooks from the heart.
I think a lot of people underestimated me at the start of this competition, but I've really matured a lot since I've been here. I made my own unorthodox twist to a classic Italian, and I gave my mother something to be proud of, which gave me something to be proud of.
His mother's
Right,
amazing.
Jason started off with that incredible sea urchin custard, topped with prawns, clams, and Maya lemon vinaigrette. It was elegant, but you can't eat all that custard.
But from a flavor standpoint, the prawn was delicious. I thought that salmon roe was nice.
For me, I just absolutely love the flavor and the balance of uni, how it really sort of
That was
perfused the
lame.
actual
Let's
custard.
be honest,
And
that
then
was
for his
lame.
entree, he
Also
had that
lame.
tofu skin wrapped black cod, very complex. He got carried away with doing something different and new.
I quite like Jason's entree. I thought the cod was cooked beautifully. I loved that ginger scallion
Guys,
sauce.
uni
and it's
is
an
lame.
entree that this
I
kitchen
said
has
it.
never seen
Get mad
and
at me.
was prepared
Toenail
rather
take,
successfully.
toenail take,
You have to
chill
reward
out.
someone
Swamp
conceptually
take,
for
Shrek looking
putting
out,
a pea
motherfucker.
shoot
Go back to the
extraction
swamp and eat your
as a
fucking
sauce.
bullshit.
We're
because
not
full
on a
of
cleansing
algae
program.
and frogs.
He is
Fuck
bringing
you, man.
a global trend.
Oh,
Yes,
stop it.
the guy's willing to take a next step, take a risk. We got to reward that here because we're sending a message to all of America of what food is in the world. And this is important stuff.
I think for me, what was the most memorable was that chocolate yuzu mousse. The combination of citrus and chocolate, and using it with something as aggressive as shiso. We took all those very assertive, strong flavors and made them harmonious.
The fragrance of the berries and the coulis underneath, beautiful. This guy cooks from the heart, and it means so much to him.
I think that's a very special and unique talent when you can kind of put that much emotion into your food. And I really got to know him a little bit from eating those three dishes.
My menu's full of
all
risks.
missing
It's
is
not from
a
a recipe
wild
book. It's not from
glizzy.
something I saw online. I went out of the box trying something original and unique and creative, showing my heritage as a Chinese American, first generation. I'm hoping that my gamble pays off.
For me, tonight's winner is based on the journey from coming in, battling for an apron, to presenting their menu, their inspiration, and their soul left on that plate. Do we all agree?
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Let's go and tell them.
Convinced of what? Okay, good timing. Some wild glizzies.
Winning the Masterchef trophy would dispel the myth that those who can't do teach. I've always wanted to show my students that if you go after your dreams, you can accomplish them. So what's at stake for me is at the core of who I am as a teacher.
It's not that I want it, it's that I need it. And I need it because I had a baby at 16. Me and my husband used to be homeless. I'm used to having to fight for everything. I come from so much hard time. I'm like finally looking for a blessing.
Dino, Ebony, and Jason, your journey has been a long, incredible, exciting road.
Absolutely.
Chef.
You've all confirmed you have the passion, the dedication, and the drive to make it in the culinary world. Your amateur days are long gone. So, do us a big favor and swap places with us because you deserve to be standing here. Thank you.
I came to Masterchef to finally live, to finally do what I wanted to do better for myself, to make my mother proud of me. I've come so far, and I've done so much, and we're about to find out if that paid off. We're about to find out.
Oh, it's okay.
One of you is about to walk away with a check for $250,000.
And one of you is about to win the most coveted prize of all.
The MasterChef trophy and the ultimate culinary honor, the title of MasterChef.
America's next MasterChef is... Congratulations.
Dino for sure, come on. He popped up in the finals.
Dino!
Yeah! Finally! Finally, I get my winner! First time in 8 seasons, I get my winner! Yeah! Yeah! I get my winner to win!
Oh,
I'm just kidding. There was also Christine and Luca. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Oh my God! I am the next Master Chef. Mommy, I did it. Mother, I did it, Ma.
Jeez.
This is the biggest moment of my life. My whole life was built for this right here. For this point.
Giuseppe, dai for this.
Way to go, son. I love you.
I'm very proud of everything I accomplished tonight. And I know my mother's proud of me.
I can't believe it.
That's all that really
Flavor
matters to me.
elevator went out of service for
Proud of
this.
you, Mommy. I'm happy for Dino. I'm
Leslie,
proud
that
of
was-
Jason, myself. It just wasn't my time yet. I'm still gonna pursue my food dream. This ain't the last of me.
Dino, baby doll! I'm so proud of you. Thank you for cheering me on this entire time. I'm so happy for you. I love you.
I love you so.
To make it this far in the finale and to cook for the judges and to make so many friends, I am just over the moon. I feel like I won too.
Okay.
This right here is my ticket to the beginning of my life. For the last 28 years, I've been trying to figure out who I am. And now I'm finally awake, and I'm finally getting to go out there and be that positive light that I was born to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, America's next Master Chef, Dino.
He did it again! He said it again! I heard it.
Dino!
I'm the next Master Chef.
Baby doll! Woo! Okay, that was actually pretty good. I enjoyed that.
Potato.
Potato.